kicker Jason Myers to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The hunt! 180! 57! Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, all day. Clark. 49, guys. Hey, nice set.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 52.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Cousins on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. 46 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
14. Jump. Under 10. 10. Watch the safety creep. Good.
From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice size.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 23 yards, the final tally.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On second down, Cook. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up the first down with his very next run.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Break the hunt! Ladies! Get that quarterback! And all!
Check it back.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down now, it's Lynch. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go play action here on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Lynch. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the pass. Right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
54. Mike, 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Shoot.
Quaker Omaha.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gotta do better.
Leave it. Bring up 48.
Come on. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
2.
Bandit. Shoot.
Bravo.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Hey, we're good.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Hey, orbit.
Check.
Hey, watch that. Check. Gun. Mike, 54.
Rip left. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Wait, done.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Wilson. And this is caught by C.J. Procise. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down, Seattle.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he's going to go down again. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
3rd and long.
Go. Go, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 57 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 78 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he's able to find Diggs. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. 30, 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
50 to Mike. Let's go. Check 43. Sponge. No.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Maybe a free play here. Cousins forced out to his left. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing here, Cousins steps away to his left. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now Cousins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Mike, 54.
I'm scared.
Cousins here to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Gun.
Coming to you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete.